You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant.
So, okay, Jess, Marcus had a sandwich that he was ready to eat, and
I don't know if he's ready to eat it.
I had been dreaming about it. I was like, later I'm going to come back to this and how delicious this is going to be.
And Jess, you ate it, but then when he walked in the door, you straight up was like, hey, just so you know, I ate your sandwich. I was really hungry, but I'll buy you another sandwich. I think that's what you had told me earlier.
Well, it didn't really happen kinda, Kel, pretty good. I mean, I had come home from picking the kids up from school and I was tired and I just felt just a little bit hungry. And so I opened the refrigerator and I'm like, oh, it's a Subway sandwich. And mind you, I don't even really eat Subway like that. And so I opened it and I took one bite. I go all the way upstairs. That's a lot of stairs to climb, right? I sit in the bed. I'm like, fuck, that was good. So I go back downstairs. I cut a piece about that big, right? And it's a 6-inch. And so then I'm like, okay, cool. There's still some left for him. Go up. And then I grab a bag of chips with it. So I go upstairs. I eat that bite. I'm laying there for a second. And then I'm like, you know what? I think I need another piece. So then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. And I grabbed the rest of the entire sandwich and I thoroughly enjoyed that sandwich. So no, I did not tell him right away when he came home. Were we in the bed at this point?
No, I think you called me. You told me over the phone when I was coming back home.
It's like, just kidding.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, by the way, I cleared out your sub sandwich. I can go buy you another one if you're upset. And he was like, I think Subway's closed.
Yeah.
So I did it.
Now, Jess, you now told me that same story happened with you and your daughter, but with her eating a scone, and you were very, very upset.
Kel, that's different.
Fire and brimstone.
That's different.
That's a different story.
She had already had 6 scones. And I hid a scone, one last scone that when Marcus and I went to the fair by ourselves, we got half a dozen scones. He ate all of them except for one. I hid it in a drawer. I took it out of the drawer at night because I was like, and put it in the refrigerator because I'm like, I'm about to eat this later tonight. I forgot about it. Wake up the next day, come downstairs, Saturday morning to be exact, because that's when Kennedy has to go to dance early. Not only did she take that scone out of the bag, knowing that she had already had her share, she wasted it and only ate half. No, like 33%. No, like 45% of the scone was still sitting there.
45, 47.
And I almost...
45, 47.
Like I had an out of body response, right? And I had to come back to life because I was so pissed off. So no, it's not the same.
I don't know. It is.
I value food more than Marcus. Marcus does not eat.
That's not true.
Like that.
And don't make
I
me
covet food.
a gentleman that has a disorder or something like that. I do like my food. I like my food. But I understand. I believe I get it from my dad, right? My dad liked this food, but I mean, if somebody ate his food or somebody did something, he really wasn't upset. Just was chill about it. May it come back and make some more. I mean, to do his thing, and was a guy that cooked all the time and would taste and do his thing. Wasn't a big eater. So for me, if you eat my stuff, yeah, I'm upset, but I'm like, all right, I just got to pivot. I got to do something else, right?
We're calling a fucking family meeting if somebody eats my stuff.
So you ate my stuff.
I'm going to line everybody up. Everybody's going to get interrogated, and then everybody gets fucked up.
You ate my Subway, and you don't really care for Subway. So I was like, man, what really?
But for some reason, that Subway,
I
don't know what you put in that wheat wheat on top of everything. That whole wheat
What happened?
sub sandwich.
So I was
that
like,
shit was,
my wife must have really been.
It was fire.
In a way, I'm glad that I was able to supply and help her with life at that particular point. And
making me happy
yes,
made you happy.
I was able to make you happy, and it made me happy.
If I would have left you a bite, Kel, like your story that you explained, like that much, would you have been mad then?
I would have ate it. I would have.
This much, you like that's enough to satisfy you. You'd be
I'm
like,
not that
that's
hungry
great.
though. I would have made something else to eat after that. But for me, that's not my thing. Food doesn't really do it for me. I know maybe
Get the guillotine. It's over.
For people like you, Jess, food is a thing, right? And no disrespect.
See, and then you followed up with no people like me. People like me, that's like you people.
Respectfully.
Like, really? People like me.
Respectfully.
What are you trying to say? That's foul.
Respectfully, I know you like your dishes and
People
your
like you.
food, etc. So I was good with that. That's just me in my way. So I was okay with that. But inside, like the next day, I went and got some Subway today, and I got you. Like, I got the foot long. I ate the first. I took a couple bites of yours, of the second 6-inch. I left it though. You haven't looked at it yet. There's a couple bites out of the front.
Now see,
but
now that's fucked up.
But it was
right
for
there.
you though. It was for you. I thought about
But
you.
you took more bites because
I thought about you.
You were doing that. You don't normally do that. So
no, I was
in
hungry.
The back of, in
I was
your
hungry.
Subconscious,
I went through my fast. I went through my thing. I was like, man, I got to save a little bit for Jess because she might be in a way like she was last week when she ate my entire sandwich. Didn't save me any. But
you had already had a half, so let's keep that crystal clear. It's not like you were like lacking, like your stomach was inverted.
I was saving it for later. I had
plans.
I had made marriage plans with this sandwich. We was about to travel. We was about to do some stuff, and we was about to go to these different places around the world. But it didn't work out that way. But it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. We've talked enough about the sandwich. Kel, thank you.
So
what are we talking about?
Well, the reason why I wanted to bring that up and talk about this is because as men, Marcus, you and I, do you feel like, and I know we've talked about compromise and sacrifice before, but do you feel like we handle these certain situations this kind of way? So for instance, in your situation, you didn't freak out. You're like, whatever, it's fine. Next day I'm gonna buy a sandwich and even buy my wife a sandwich, because as men, we want to keep the peace in the house, right? We pick our battles, right?
You have
and
to.
Do you feel like as men and as spouses that we have to, I guess, I don't know, really take that more into consideration when it comes to our situations? Because it's like, we can pick our battles, but they can do the same shit. And it's like, oh God, they ate the fucking scone. 30% of the scone was eaten. I'm lining everybody
45.
up. We're going to stone you all to death.
Man, shame. Right. Yeah.
It just goes back to women are more emotional, and it goes with everything, including food. You guys are letting that shit fester. I ate this dude's entire half of his sub sandwich, and for him to be like,
and I turn the other cheek.
I'm going to buy her another one the next day.
Other cheek.
Something is wrong with you. Something's wrong.
No, he's picking his battle though, Jess. Like, he's picked his battle.
You know what?
I feel like as men, we have to really like pay special attention to that.
I would agree with that, Kel. And not that it's a bad thing or a good thing, but if I was to fly off the handle for you eating my sandwich, what good would that do me, right?
Oh, God.
Or what
Here he
benefit
goes.
do I get from that? And I went down the list, and I thought about it for a little bit, but I was like, okay, she must have really.
Marcus, I was very honest with you. I didn't just leave a rapper in there or act like I didn't lie about it.
Okay, right, true. But she had to really be hungry to be like, oh man, okay, this dude left the sandwich in the fridge, and I didn't put a paper towel on it with a note like the kids have been doing for each other. Did you guys go there that talk about don't eat this or else?
I think the audacity, actually, of them to do that shit. But
well,
go
yeah,
ahead.
Jess ate my sandwich, and I was like, okay, she must have really been in a way. So I got to respect that. I have to be like, okay, damn. And she must have been down bad. She must have been down bad to eat my entire sandwich that I was folded up nice and neat.
It was like Subway just like.
Ready to go for me later that evening after we partake in adult things, right? I was going to come back to that. And I had set it up in my mind, but it didn't happen. And I was okay with that. So that's called being married, right? Being married, things don't go exactly how I want. I have to find a way to stay in my triple threat, man, and not travel, sports analogy, and be like, all right, I can come back to this. I could throw a pass. I could throw a bounce pass. I could throw a chest pass. I could shoot.
Nah.
I still got options now because I'm not.
Fuck that.
No, wait. I'm not overly angry over you eating my sandwich. I could go get another sandwich tomorrow. But that night, I think I might have had some waffles, some eggs with it, and I made do. So that's what I'm trying to say to my men out there. Yeah, we might want to fly off at the handle, and yeah, it's not fair, but like you said, Kel, we got to pick our battles, man, because it's not, in most situations, it's not our show, right? It's not our show.
It's a show?
Yeah, it can be a show. And you women are out there doing your thing, you're tap dancing,
I cannot with him. I cannot with him with that.
So it's not our thing.
I'm not going to talk about who you were referencing when
we're
you
just
started doing
spectating
that.
and kind of looking like, oh man, that looks kind of cool. I wish I could do that, but
Well, you want to talk about sports analogy? I am motherfucking Bobby Wagner.
okay.
Didn't he just bulldoze somebody?
Fair.
That's me.
Yeah.
And who's
It was
the
a
other
fan.
one?
Yeah. We got to add that in, Dylan, if we can. I don't know if we could bring that little clip in.
I'm Bobby
Right,
Wagner.
right.
I will fuck you up.
Yeah. A guy was
Definitely.
streaking on the field in B-Wags.
Yep.
No, he wasn't streaking. He was protesting. He
Not
had a-
streaking, but yeah.
You do
yeah.
something out of
Yeah,
pocket, I will light you up.
So, Jess, do you ever feel that you have to, pick your battles sometimes, or do you feel like you just do as you please, and then when it finally comes to a head, you just deal with it when it comes?
Yes, like Marcus always says, ask for forgiveness after. So yeah, I just do it, and then I called him and said,
No, wait.
I'm on a path of enlightenment right now.
Kel,
right?
I want you to go back. I want
So
you to
I
ask the
felt like
question
it
again.
was
I don't think she
only-
heard you. I don't think she heard
I think
the
it was
question.
only right to say, I ate your sandwich. Everything was aligned.
What did you think was going to happen,
And that
though?
sandwich was for me.
Or what did you think I
apparently.
was going to say? Or what type of response did you think you were going to
Well,
get?
I was prepared to go get you another one until you said it was closed.
I know, but did you think I was going to be upset, or did you think I was going to be cool with it? No,
Marcus, we've been married for a minute.
I know, yeah.
I know you.
So what did you think was going to happen?
I know you. So after I took the first bite and then came back and took a piece, I was like, well, and I was using my brain. I'm like, he already had half. Damn. So I think it was literally, Kel, it had an aura around it
Kel,
when I
the
opened the
disrespect.
refrigerator. It was
She
in
knew
the
you
center.
wasn't gonna trip.
She knew I didn't have no balls, and you was just yeah. You can eat my shit, and it's just okay. I get it,
Not whatever.
but that's the bed I've made, I guess. So you
You just said you took 2 bites of the sandwich that you got me.
the new one
And
today.
I want all of the sandwich. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that.
Damn.
Why? How could you be disappointed about that when you ate his entire sandwich? Turnabout's
I had
fair
to-
play, friend.
Because I got him a Starbucks sandwich today.
That, by the way,
that's
was kind
why.
of nasty, though. It wasn't as good as the Starbucks joint. I mean, I added guacamole, ranch, and mayo.
So you're saying the sandwich is nasty today?
I ate it in full, though.
So you
but-
bought me a faulty sandwich.
No, the sandwich you got me from Starbucks today.
Wait a minute. What did you add to it?
Which mayo,
Okay.
ranch, pepperoncinis.
I'm
Avocado.
talking about your sandwich that I got you.
I know. It didn't have anything on it. It was pretty dry, actually.
But you're saying you added mayo and pepperoncinis?
to the sandwich that you ate.
I know, but I'm talking about your sandwich.
Yeah.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. We're even. Go ahead.
Do you feel like sometimes, Marcus, like as a husband,
The perfect spouse? Yeah. Okay.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that's the one, like, I guess, like, con of being married, where it's like, yeah, I could, like, defend myself and tell you, like, how screwed up that is and how that's just kind of fucked up, but I can't, because if she freaks out and has a meltdown, then the whole house fucking just...
I like the alley-oop, Kel.
shit.
I
That's
see
what
where
it
you're
is.
going.
It's a trickle down.
He
It's a
was talking to
domino
me,
effect.
Jess.
Sorry.
Excuse me, Kel. I like the alley-oop. I like how you set me up. I was just talking to a friend of mine upstairs as I was frying chicken. Excuse me for being late. I was frying chicken for the kids because they liked the chicken I fried yesterday. So I had to come back. And they said, Daddy, are you going to make some more of that excellent chicken that you made yesterday? I was like, sure, guys. I wasn't planning on it, but I'll do it tonight. But to go back to that, I was just telling a friend of mine that as the man of the house, you don't have to get every victory, right? My wife eats my sandwich. Cool, not cool, however you want to look at it. It doesn't make sense for me to fly off the edge for that, but I can if I need to, or if I'm in that way, that's okay, but I don't need to do it. If I'm okay, yeah, you ate the sandwich. Things happen for a reason. Obviously, she needed that nourishment.
Oh my God.
You needed that
nourishment. The most
you needed
zen
that
person
nourishment,
that I've
amen,
ever
to
met.
go to the next level, to get you through the rest of the day, right? I was cool. I had my half, just like you said, but she came clean. She explained to me what she did. I had to respect that. But like you said, Kay, I wanted to keep the peace. I wasn't upset. I know her, and at times this Marcus isn't at the top of the pyramid all the time, right? So I'm okay with that. My shoulders is broad enough. I can handle that. So
Oh God.
I'm good with that.
Anything else that you're so good and great at and just so calm and you like everything
give me
put
some
into
time.
perspective.
Give me
It's
some
like-
time and I can think about it. But for this situation right now, I was good with that, Kevin. Like you said, it's pick your battles, know your spouse. There's certain things that Jess probably feels the same way about me in certain situations. There's certain things we can say. Take your time, Dylan. I almost tripped on the light. But there's certain things that happen or certain situations. She knows she has to tread kind of lightly or it's going to be a bad situation for us. And we've been together long enough to where we know each other. So I wasn't even mad at it. I get it. And I was okay with it. That's my wife. I love her.
And deep down, I was hoping he wasn't mad at it because he could have been mad about it. And I really...
or what would you have done to clean it up
I took that
if
into
I was really mad?
consideration when I was taking the final bites.
Eyes closed and wiping your mouth. And
Oh, it was like, for some reason, maybe because it was like a forbidden sandwich, it was so good. It was so good.
Shame.
I really enjoyed it.
Shame.
Jess,
I'm
I'm just
sorry.
the thing that is it's I don't want to say bothering me, but I guess the thing that is just keeps
Speak your
like,
mind, Kel.
I will. You know I will. I have no problem doing that. But like the thing that keeps coming up in my head is the fact that you ate a piece of the sandwich.
I did.
You went, I've been in y'all house. You went all the way upstairs.
I know. That's how you know it was good.
And then consciously thought like, you know what? I'm going to go get more. Go all the way back downstairs, get another bite, then go back up again, think about it some more. And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like, oh, the sandwich is here. Let me just eat it real quick, like in one sitting. It's the fact that you went back and forth on like 3 separate occasions.
I know.
So my
Thank
question
you.
for you.
You made
so
a
my
good-ass
question.
sandwich. Thank you, Jared. Oh, he's no longer in charge.
Nah, fuck Jared. He's in prison. He's a fucking child molester. Fuck Jared.
Oh, that's right.
Word.
Yeah, we don't talk about him here too. So remember, on this show, we don't talk about him. We don't talk about Jared. We don't talk about R. Kelly. We don't talk about Bill Cosby. Remember that. Those are the 3 we don't talk about on this show.
William Cosby.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you this, Jess. So my point to this is, why is it, and I've heard this in my own home, but why is it with women, with wives, even girlfriends? I've heard of this. This whole what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. Like, why is that a thing?
That's the standard. Because we have to share. We share so much. Kel, don't make me bring it back. We share our bodies. We
share our bodies with you.
Not in that way, though.
Someone else has to go half on that kid with you, right?
You didn't go half. You just were kind of like the entry, like the intro or something like that.
No.
What? Someone has to fertilize that egg, friend.
Right. So you went, okay, well, you went half on a fertilization, but I went whole on carrying the kid and birthing the kid, right?
That's fair. That's
breastfeeding the kids.
That's fair.
And doing all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I do. What's mine is yours and what's mine is mine, because I have 4 girls. I walk into the bathroom this morning and I really have made a conscious effort not to like go psycho. My daughter comes into my bathroom almost every day and takes my stuff. She takes my hairpins. She takes my Lululemon. She takes everything. Whether I want to or not, I am sharing non-stop. I am sharing my advice. I am sharing my comfort when I want to keep that shit to myself. I am sharing my food. I am sharing everything. So yes, what's mine is his, and what's mine is mine.
No. I thought it was what's his is mine, and what's his is mine is mine.
And what's mine is whatever the case is. I do a lot of fucking sharing, and
no, I feel you, fam.
Taking.
So then, what about my guy over here who is making some of the same sacrifices, but he can't complain about it because if he complains about it, he's being an asshole. So he has to walk on eggshells and pick his battle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what?
I'm like, yes.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
There's a time and a place, Kel. Yeah, I understand keeping the peace, and my father understood keeping the peace. My grandfather understood keeping the peace. We've all been involved with strong women, and we like strong women, right? So there's a I guess a navigational thing you got to go through, of course, when you're dealing with women that are very strong, but that's okay. We love them and we love them to death. But there comes a time and a place to where it comes to a head, right? And you have to let this stuff out, and you got to let your spouse know exactly what time it is and be able to be okay with the energy that comes with that. And that's just how it works. And to be honest, we had a little bit of energy today, right?
Are you still talking about sandwiches?
Yes, sandwiches. We had a little bit of energy today, not by the sandwich, but by something just as silly. I can't remember exactly.
Energy? Was it when I fucking came upstairs and ripped the plug out and pulled the fan, or?
Yes, there's.
Or when you tried to get mad at your son and his sandwich really was cold? Which one?
There's things that happen, right? In a relationship, having kids, okay, I need to get my point across. I need you to let you know exactly what I'm feeling at this time. And it's not going to be peaceful, but we can agree to disagree on this, but we still going to come back to the middle. We talked about it, and we went through it.
Did we? Because we didn't address the whole sandwich thing. As a matter of fact,
I think,
being on my new Zen journey after I meditated, I just let it go. Because,
That's good.
You were out of pocket. Anyway.
Good job. And that's okay. I can be out of pocket from time to time, right? I have that right, just like you have the right to be out of pocket.
It. I think you take your out of pocketness with me, and sometimes you project it onto them, the kids.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I do. Our dog
but maybe
has a ball, and she's on me like, throw the ball, please.
So is it safe to say then that, I mean, God, this might sound super vague, but marriage isn't fair.
Marriage is not always
not even just
fair.
Marriage. It's relationships in general. You could be boyfriend and girlfriend and you eat this up. I mean, that could cause a breakup. I guess marriage is not that easy.
But the communication
I'm divorcing you. But
about the unfairness needs to be up front, though. Yeah, this is the way things are, and this is how we're going to function as a couple. But I need you to know that I'm just taking this on the chin because I want to. I don't have to, but this is what I'm going to do in order for us to get to the next day, right?
What is fair, Kel? What in life is fair? What is like, you know,
that doesn't excuse it, though, Kel. I'm going to say it out front.
Say everything is fair and 50-50.
No, we're not saying that.
Fucking lie.
Nothing is fair, but that's still not an excuse. That's still not an excuse.
Marriage isn't fair. Stuff isn't, it just isn't fair. But what we have going, it works for us.
Communication.
Our dynamic.
It's communication.
It works for us.
True.
Me eating his sandwich and him eating his pain, it works for us.
But if that can come out in different ways, right? If
our son got it today.
steps the wrong way, or she gets in the
mad about
shower
the
the wrong
sandwich.
way, I'm like, why are you lathering up that way? And then it's like a
What? Oop, that's her dog with the toy.
Right.
It's all good.
latte.
She's like on her back and just like squeaking the toy like she's in pure ecstasy.
fine.
Back up.
So I have a question, you guys. So if we all agree, I mean, because we all agree that marriage isn't fair in some degree or another.
Life isn't fair.
Do you agree with that, Kel? Or no?
Yeah, it's not completely fair because, like, I mean, there are some things. I mean, we talked about it in our episode about sacrifice and compromise. You got to just give and take in certain situations. It's just what it is.
And
you want to keep your house peaceful, right? Like, so you're gonna do what you're gonna have to do to keep your house peaceful. But my question is, though, what is the threshold for that? What is the limit for that? Because then you have some relationships that, you know, you have the spouse, it might be the wife or the husband or the partner or whatever, that take advantage of that. So it's like, it's like you want to keep the peace in the house, but at the same time, you don't want to feel like, well, I feel like my intelligence might be getting insulted or it might be getting taken advantage of.
Well, I don't know. I think there's a fine balance. Like, yeah, I ate his sandwich, but there are certain things where I'm cognizant. I don't want to take advantage of my husband or for him to feel like that. Correct? We talk about that because I don't want that for our relationship.
She said correct, and I don't have a choice but to say yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just like that.
Correct?
Exactly like you
Correct?
said. Yeah.
But no, it's also about being aware and, like, you know, wanting to respect, just to respect, right? And I don't want to take it there and be all. I just don't want to do that to Marcus.
There's boundaries.
There are boundaries.
Yeah.
I know there is a threshold, and I don't want to cross that. But I will walk along that line, right?
Right. And it's up to me to kind of navigate when I need to really, or if I can control it, right? Sometimes I fly off the edge a little bit, right? And that's from situation after situation of.
It's really for him when
Eating it.
It's really about sex.
I have to talk to myself.
That's what it all boils
I have
down
to communicate. I'm saying that's not true.
I'm
Partial
wondering,
truth.
Just a random question.
I have
Dylan,
to.
Kel, I don't know. I've only been married to this man, right? Are all guys like just fucking hounds and like
They should be
relentless
If
and
they're-
just won't leave you alone, won't give you a moment to breathe? Are you guys like literally telling your girl out loud, I have to like find other hobbies and activities so I can stop wanting to get on you? What? So I think a lot of pent up energy is that.
Built up aggression.
Built up aggression is that. And once again, that trickles out to our kids as well.
I disagree.
I fully.
You're making it seem like if I don't have sex, I'm a bad dad. That's not true. That's not true.
Actually, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
but
no,
but a lot of that aggression, I also believe, is for those reasons, and
That's your own guilt.
it's strange.
I think that's your own guilt talking.
And I
to
really
you.
wanted to ask that question tonight. I wasn't sure what we were going to talk about, but
I'd like to hear
is
from
every
Dylan.
guy like him?
Can we bring Dylan
It's like-
up to the microphone?
What?
I would love to bring Dylan up
I
to the
feel like a
microphone.
walking piece of meat at times. It's like,
Whoa. A Kobe beef or try
I am
rib?
absolutely a
filet mignon?
a Delmonico.
Okay.
I'm a tomahawk.
Okay.
Right. And so it's
Meaty.
very meaty, actually.
Pause.
Yes.
So no, like what I was saying like earlier though is like I've heard of those relationships and I've known guys to be actually a good friend of mine who I want to say he and his wife were going to get divorced, but they actually like figured it out and like they're still together, thank God. But they were kind of in a situation where, you know, the wife kind of just like, I don't want to say was taking advantage of him, but was just kind of just doing whatever, and he just really wouldn't say anything. But then when he'd kind of say something, she'd be like, well, why are you tripping? He's like, well, all right, whatever. And he'd just back down. And then when they finally had like a big like sit down and like therapy about it, she goes, well, you never really said anything, so I just was like, whatever. And he's like, well, when I did try to kind of bring it up, you kind of deflected it like I was the one that was crazy or I was tripping, you know? So like, I don't know. I just feel like guys need to know that like, cause I know guys too that they will fight and they will argue with their woman and they will be like, yo, nah, fuck that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, pick your battle. It's not fucking worth it. But like you guys said, you have to find that place to just draw that line of like, listen, like I'm up to here with it. I'm not going up to here with it, you know?
Right.
So.
And closed mouths don't get fed. Like he obviously set a precedence. If you're not going to say something, then naturally you're going to get stepped on. So I don't even blame your friend's wife. It just it's what he allowed, right?
Right.
You
Not
do what
true.
you're allowed to
I disagree. If you want...
No, you just do what you do.
No,
If you're not allowed
sometimes
to do anything,
though,
you just do what you do.
you shouldn't feel like you need to say certain things or certain things. How do I say it? Or what doesn't need to be said is already understood or whatever. Sometimes you feel like you shouldn't even have to say stuff. Certain stuff should just be understood, but you say it, if it's uncomfortable for a couple days or a couple hours or whatever, that's cool. But you get to another level, and that's what we do. I feel like that's what we do. It's not perfect, and if we don't like what's going on either side, something has to be said. You do it to me, I do it to you.
Right.
It might get nasty, it might get ugly for a little bit, but we still come back to the middle.
If you're not
we
saying
still come back to the
anything,
middle.
It's
Your
gonna
spouse
be
is not a mind reader. That's what it comes down to.
Right.
And you're talking about unspoken. It's an unspoken rule or whatever.
Right.
But you guys still didn't answer my question because that's a part of your.
Well, why is there like I feel like too like there's a lot of dudes out here, and I mean, I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that, but like I feel like there's a lot of dudes out here that are really afraid of their woman. Like they are scared of their woman, and they kind of let their woman punk them.
I think that is definitely subjective.
Do you think it's sex though? Because if they,
I know you keep we'll get off that, but I know that's the part why you get to.
No, I'm saying if men talk their shit, they feel like the woman is gonna withhold the sex, right?
Oh yes, okay, yeah, yes,
so
yes.
If they speak
Back
their
to
mind and
yes.
say what they want to say, then it's like, oh man, maybe she might not be in the mood or whatever. So let me just.
You are explaining
I'm
exactly what you did, though.
When?
This weekend. You tried to make it right. And I knew why he was trying to make it right.
No, I wanted
like
to make,
I knew it in my head.
I wanted to make it right for me. I was upset. So
you wanted to make it right for you.
And it just so happened that things came to light and to fruition, and it worked out though. That wasn't my goal though.
And I said, this is exactly why. I said, you're so lucky right now.
No,
you're so lucky.
You said that you was embarrassed because you gave in.
I did?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well,
but my point is when we have a fight, it's not about that. We want to be on the same level though.
Yeah.
Right. And even in sex though, I know I'm a guy that I just don't want to have sex just to have sex. I want my woman to be involved with me mentally, spiritually, and physically.
Oh, that's what happened. Oh.
Oh, yeah. All bad.
Okay, that's a whole nother.
Yeah. Another show. That's another show. Okay, we'll talk about
next
that
episode?
later.
That's
Yeah.
That next
show.
episode?
That's another show because it sparked a whole bunch. Yep.
Okay, remind me next week. That's what we're gonna talk about.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, look, you guys, I think this was a good conversation. It's interesting how it all started off with just a fucking sandwich. But I guess in
Avocado,
closing,
mayo, and ranch.
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
I guess though in closing, it's like, I guess men and women, pick your battles, keep the peace at home. You know, it's everything isn't worth blowing up on. And
But be open though, Kale. Don't just hold everything in, especially for men though, right?
Marcus,
Yes.
you're right. But at the same time though, like, especially like if you're married and you know you live together, or you're in a relationship and you live together, or you've been with someone for a substantial amount of time, it's like the petty shit that you know that you could definitely call out and be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you gotta let that shit roll off because you want to.
You got to work on your delivery too, though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And if you go to war, know when to wave the flag, call a truce, make up and move on.
Or make up and get it fixed and get some understanding and then move on.
Communicate and move on.
Right.
I like this, y'all. Truly Unruly, Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Follow these guys on social media, Jessica_Trufant, Marcus_Trufant, and follow the page, Truly Unruly Podcast on Instagram. You can listen to us on your favorite podcasting app, wherever you get your podcast at. And of course, you can watch the visual and subscribe to us on YouTube. Just search Truly Unruly. And of course, catch us every Sunday on Converge. I think that's it, y'all. Peace and love. Don't eat your significant other's food.